allow me some shortcuts. Okay, you got it. Okay. I needed to share my screen, just the desktop screen, because I'll be maneuvering around. Okay, sharp. So this site, I've already loaded my charts, starting from the 5 minutes till daily. That's basically what I feel comfortable, with, because I don't, I don't really, I don't really feel like I need, you know, a lot of data, because my main focus is just only going to be on just the past week, from that week of the 10th, I think, of this month. I'll quickly check. That's just what I need, and then you can take it from there. But I still need the data from the history so that I can be able to, see how the market was behaving, especially when I'll be getting to the daily time frame. Though it's not a lot, but 4 hours and all of that, there's a little bit of data. But my strategy, to be quite honest, I'd say, daily 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15. That's well enough. I don't really need this 5 minutes. But really, when the market is that volatile, that's when you know, here and there, I refer to the 5 minutes. But I always try by all means to, refrain from using the 5 minutes time frame, because this on its own doesn't give proper, or yeah, I'll say proper confirmations, especially if the market is not volatile. We tend to rely on this time frames, though, we don't really have to. And that's mostly because you find that there is no volume. We're trying to force trades and all of that. We maneuver around all the time frames, of which that's not how it should be. Then back to my daily. So what I'm trying to do here, I loaded my data from this is from when, the 6th. But I think I've already that week I was actually doing my trades and all of that. I did I did trade that week. So I just needed to kind of like I just needed to, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna start from the 10th. I traded until the 8th, I think. The 9th, it wasn't that volatile, if I remember very well. But from the 10th, that's when I couldn't even, have time to look at my trades. Sometimes, though, I don't have time, but I'll still be able to just look at my trades and see how the market has been moving. So I'm thinking from the 10th, 11th, 14th. So I think I do have data until the 25th. I think that's good enough. That means I'm just gonna push trades for like 2 weeks. It's okay. See what I missed out and catch up from there. Yeah, so this is just a simulator, guys. For those who don't know, sometimes we struggle to find some of the information or some of the tools that can really assist us in terms of, fast forwarding our our learning process, closing gaps and all of that, catching up. Because I remember what I used to do. Maybe let me just demonstrate to you guys. It's always been a struggle, man. So I feel like there's a need for me to kind of share with you guys um why we have to simulate and all of that, because I've always been back testing, doing simulations, trying to go back and see how the market moved. Um, I think, I mean, the best thing is just for me to just say it. I don't want to mess up with my my charts. So what I used to do is that, as you can see here, for the bullish momentum candlesticks, they green, and the bearish they all red. So what I'll do is that, because already I know how the candle, or rather the bullish candle opens, how the bearish opens and closes, stuff like that. So what I'll do is that I'll change all the candles to one color. I remember I used to change them all to red, then change this rectangular, what you call this, fuck man, yeah, change this rectangular um block there to the same color, to red, because obviously, um if it was red, when I put it on top of the red, obviously it's just gonna hide the candlesticks, especially the same color. So I'll do that, just hide everything like that. I don't want to see. Say I would like to start the market, or rather start seeing how the market reacted from the third midday, then I'll just put it here. I know I cannot see all of this. I cannot see all of this. I can only see the previous movements up until this point. Then I'll check, I mean, see how the market move, predict how they just find distraction, all of that. It's always been a mess until I started researching about all these tools, for just doing back testing and all of that. But the ones that I used to find on YouTube, I mean, I couldn't even see, really understand how the whole thing was happening in terms of how they set up all of this. So I always felt like it's just one of those of trying to get views and all of that, until I found this one, of which when I did follow up, it made sense to me. Can still get a trial myself. I'm using a trial. I'm comfortable with that, because you can take up to 5 trades, and take up to 5 trades, and you know um from there you cannot take more trades. So, of which, I mean, if I need to kind of like simulate for a week, my maximum, you know rather the maximum trades that I can take a day, I limit myself to two. So that actually means in 5 days, I can just do the simulation, close, restart it and do it again. So I'm comfortable with that. But the other challenge is that, as you all know, MetaTrader 5, you can close partial positions and all of that. So it counts. If you open a trade, close a partial, that means you're left with now 3. If you close another partial, it's a bit of a challenge, but one can always, sign up. I think it's about, was it $100 a month or something? I don't recall. I don't recall, but that's just some of the information that I'll share with you guys, or rather, as soon as I reveal what this app, or rather what this simulation app is, you can always just go research yourself, man. I'll put the details down there. So yeah, that's the story. Now, enough of that. Let's start the process now. Now, just bear in mind all the time frames are split, because this is offline, guys. See, all the scammers probably use this to scam you guys, to think that they do shit live. Nah. So I'm looking at my daily. Now what I see is that I expect movements. Um, um, I expect movements to the upside down. I also expect movements to the downside. Bullish and bearish, but As you all know, guys, the daily is a bit of a movie. But now, here's a question. Here's a question now. See, the move from the current price to the upper price we're talking about 117 pips. Going down is about 106 pips. So one can still understand that. I mean, if we can go to the lower time frame, we can capitalize on these moves rather than waiting for this to break and all of that. So that might take longer. So what we do, and you'll see why, there's the motive behind doing what we call scalping and all of that, because you know we don't want to waste time waiting and waiting, and at the end of the day, imagine you wait for the whole week just to miss a position. That's not cool. So let's go down to the 4 hour. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me just remove all of those objects. Now, guess what? You don't have to be that accurate, because one thing I can tell you with the strategy that I'm using, I'm not gonna execute on 4 hour. I hardly execute on 1 hour. I'm on 30 minutes mostly, 15 minutes. So looking at this, that's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, let me put it like this just to get an overview. So we can always move to the downside or to the upside. But now, what I was trying to say previously was that, um, you know, going up, there's just a lot of pips. One can capitalize. Going down, one can capitalize. But it's still not clear on the 4 hour, where one can take a position and all of that, which range one can jump into, though, you know, um, you can look at this and try to see, what can you find going down, you know, but it's fine. We'll see that. Let's jump into the lower time frame. Just bear with me when I remove all of this. I think my my template, I have to update my template, saved it with all those objects. That being said, without any waste of time, we still hear the high and the low. We're here now. Then keep that in mind. There's another range here. Sharp. Then just one thing that is very, very crucial is that you must also really indicate if we jump this, or rather we cross this to the downside. Obviously, there's also a lot of rejections here. But I mean, I cannot disregard all of this also. All of this right here, but we'll cross the bridge when we get there. Then we have an idea of how this is moving. So looking at this, just go back a little bit. We somehow crossed this, though it's not enough data for us to base our judgment, but it's not really something to use for execution, but it's just for information purposes. We cross this level right here to this clear candlesticks. Somehow we did expect that crossing over rather below this level, we'd end up somehow testing these levels here. So that's basically what happened. But the challenge is that with how I jump in. I don't just jump in at any time. I don't just jump in at any time whenever I feel like it's me looking at the sessions where I know there's a lot of volumes and all of that. If this was like, say one of my favorite sessions, open or close or whatever cross or other overlaps, I would then, have considered making a move somewhere around here. But other than that, I don't know if this was motivated by news, I would still have found a way to jump in for a sell and all of that. But just the concept is what I'm trying to explain. Then moving right along, let's go to the lower time frame and an hour, which is 30 minutes. You know, back at it. Um, you'd remember that on the highest time frames we had this here. Then, if you can also remember on that 1 hour, we also had range. Why are we putting this? We see here there's a lot going on here. You know, not a lot going on, but there's a lot of potential that if you cross above, you might end up just testing the highest level, clean bearish candle. You just expect, stronger movement, but that's cool. One other thing, looking at this, you know, we can always come and test this 28 pips, 22 pips is fine. So now it's quite clear how the market might move. Nah, it's fine. The next step, let's go to the 15. We already know that there's a proper clean structure on 30 minutes. 15 minutes, let's see what it gives. Almost similar structure. So we are set. We will get into details on the 15 minutes if there's a need. For now, we'll keep it at 30. Cool. Now we'll start the simulation. But before that, let's just give it like a minute or two. Just talk about how the simulation works. Uh, you know, on the simulations right now, what you see in the background is the charts highlighted, circled there. You can see. Then, if you then take trades, you'd be able to click on the trades to see the running trades and all of that. You know, um, and then one other thing is the news. You'd still be able to see. It simulates everything as it was. If we had news on the third, 12 o'clock, whatever, it's just going to show. So obviously, when we do the naked trading or price action, we also focus more on the news releases. The data can also help us a lot to either jump in or stay away, or if we are in positions to see how we can reduce our risk and all of that. I mean, one other thing is adding, but of which is something I don't recommend. I'm saying. So that's cool. If you want to see the sessions, of which there's one thing that I think it's major when it comes to trading. I was explaining the concept of jumping in and out just previously, trying to indicate um how I would have actually took a certain position. And I did mention that obviously I cannot just at any time jump in. I need to jump in times where I know there's volume, you know. So usually this is what one needs, but you already know. You don't really need it to put it here because you'd definitely know the times and all of that. Then you'd be able to understand this time is when the volume is coming in. But this is for those who don't know when is what session. Put this in the back of your mind and you're good to go. Then, but I also, would like to just leave it here for my ninjas. Then moving right along, I mean, the rest, will just explain themselves when we take the trades, visual trades and all of that. Just for you to manage your trades. And when you want to move your position stops, TPs and all of that without really punching in numbers. So that's the story. Do you all understand? Alright, just bear with me. Just bear with me 1 minute. Moving right along. Moving right along. Alright, moving right along, my squad. Damn, bro. Let's see. Ish, my laptop has got a problem with this thing that keeps popping up. Hope it doesn't despair. Moving right along. Okay, where are we now? Okay, so now it's fine with this. So let's simulate. But before I start the simulation, this is very important. I trade the London Open, the New York Open. That's where my focus is. You know what I'm saying? Then I can still be able to 9 to 5 and also, 5 to 9. So I call it, what I'm saying, 5 to 9 means, just do my hustle on the side. So, right now, this is the four. No. This thing, what the hell, man? Something's not right because I wanted to share. Man, this thing. I think I messed up on my simulation start there, but I can quickly sort it out because I wanted to deal with this month 2022 March from the 10th. So how can I do this? I'm just going to start, but let me move to daily so that I can see how I can move, and then that means I'll have to reanalyze. But okay, with that being said, let me not, because this is for demonstration purposes. Let's just kick it. So we see what happened on April the 7th. Just gonna move it until we get to the session, and then we hustle. So the rest I'll explain later. Let's start. Let's start this thing, man. As you can see now, it's moving, it's clicking. You already know it. I can always say next bar because my focus is somewhere around 7 GMT, and then we can be able to start preparing to take the profits. So 5 minutes now. Let's go 15. Next bar. We can move quick. Next bar. Let me make it say an hour. Next bar. We move in hourly. Next bar. Next. Yeah. So now we're here. I'm just gonna move this to 15. So now this is where we are. I wish I had a background music, man. Yeah, we're looking at this. Right here. We know we can always hustle. How many pips? 30 some. So that's right here. You see this move of 35 pips. Chances are we missed the news, the GBP, whatever you knew. So, but I understand it can be because we haven't opened this yet, so it's nothing to worry about. Close. You know what I'm saying? Let's move. Let's move right along. Looking at an hour. Let's move right along. You know what I'm saying? Let's move right along. I'll show you how we can still hustle this shit. See how we can still hustle this thing, man. See how we can always hustle this thing there, right there. This thing right here. We can have 30 pips. This is a good enough range for us to make some happen right there. Right now we are 30 minutes closed soon. Let's see. 30 minutes closed. Then we find, but this thing is moving quick, man. 34. Anyway, let me sort this one out. But first, let me close. Just this is the range, right? It's fine. And then let's see how it moves. It's 15 minutes close soon. Few seconds close. Now, this is where the magic's gonna happen now. 48. 50. 15 minutes will close soon. Then now I like this thing to move slower now. Move slower now. So now let me pause it. Pause. Now this is what I prefer. We already see that this is motivating for an upward move, right? So without any panic, we still have about 20 pips for us to capitalize. How are we looking on 30 minutes? Thus also you closed above this. We still have this. We still sorted, man. But one thing that's very crucial, if we jump in here, let's also take into consideration our stops. Then that's when the 5 minutes, can also come in. See, I mean, we can always find a way, but that's not the focus right now. So what I'm expecting from my side is that, let me zoom this. I already know it's clean from here until the top there. So now, watch this out. Watch this out. Hey, let me center this. Scale 1-to-1 fix. Okay. Oh man, this thing is playing games with me right now. Okay, this is what I wanted now. Yeah, 100. No man, I don't want to fix this. I wanted to say scale fix. Okay, just that. Yeah, sharp. Sharp 3. So now we are here. Soon as we close, if we close open rather cross this level at London Open, then we know we are looking forward to touching the roof, going up to the roof. But before that, I'm trading on a £1,000 account. With my way of trading, one is good enough, though that could be different for others. Then I know chances are very high that my stop should be somewhere here, of which I cannot take that. I know my 20 pips, 5 minutes, my 5 minutes, I can go, fuck, it's a lot, man. I can go 13 pips. It's good enough. But I'll see how it moves. Let's press and see the next 22 minutes has for us. Oh fuck, this thing is moving straight up. This thing's moving straight up, so we might not realize the structure we are looking for. we might not realize the structure we are looking for. So now, I mean, look at this now. This is where it's becoming fun. We opened, we opened here, went straight down, right? The moment we shoot above here, we should realize a buy or something. So that's what I'm gonna do. Can I put this buy stop somewhere? Dang it, this thing is moving fast, real fast, real fast, real fast. But let's see, let's see, let's see. We're just looking at this thing. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Okay, sharp. Um, let's see how it goes. So sharp. Now, see, now we're almost at the top there. So it's not advisable to jump in. But let's cross this. We can still do. We can still do about 15 minutes. 15 pips rather. Close, yes. Now we crossed above this previous candle high. Then I'm going to execute now. Bearing in mind that I can only go and it's quite difficult. The thing is, my concern is just to demonstrate that I'm well aware the structure is not looking good for our risk, but just watch this out. Scale fix. Yeah, watch this out. See, I can go 13 pips. I'm still okay with that. Now, 13 pips here. Let's go to 15. Now, for us to realize this is about 12 pips. I mean, that doesn't fucking make sense. Let's go to 5 minutes and see. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. So we move it slow and see how we can manage our risk, because we can't let the market move. But quite confident that we'll continue moving bullish, this and that. And then let's buy. Placed an order. Placed an order. Can you see that? No, not yet. This thing is slow, man. Damn, bro. Place an order. There you see. There you see. You're expecting to realize the top. I mean, 1 hour we bullish, broke above the high. 4 hour, okay. Daily, no, we don't have to go there. 15 minutes. We're going to manage our. And then this is what I was talking about. Now let's go to the trades. See, we've opened buy at one lot, and then that's where our stop is. That's where our profit is. Then spread means our spread is about 1.7 pips. It's good enough, and then we'll be closing partial here just to manage our risk. Right, let me hide this for now. Trades. Okay, cool. So now we're going to move this at 15 times real time. That means 1 second is 15 seconds, as you can see here. Then see how it goes. But I'm quite confident that as far as I am aware, is that we might move to the upside. Say when we hit about 5 pips, I'm just gonna move my stop into profit. Then we know we sorted. Else we might be looking at managing a loss. But that's where I'm with my strategy. Absolutely rare, man. Absolutely rare, man. If you know, you know. Let's see how it goes, man. See how it goes, man. Let's see how it goes, man. Boss man. See how fast this thing is moving. Ah, see, see. Now we hit the profit because this shit is moving fast. See how it moves just from here to there, man. Quick, quick back. So let's go to history and see how much we made. Thing is, it moved quick, man. But anyway, that's not the point. Let's check our history. So that exact 12 pips, we killed it. And then we made about 89.39 pounds. GBP right there. Then we are sitting at this total balance. That's good. We'll still go through process of um, partials and all of that. Just need to make sure next time I organize myself, you know what I'm saying? But it's okay. Let's close this. Then we hit the profit. This is just on the line open. Then from here, I won't even bother myself taking other positions, man. I'll just go straight into New York Open. This is 12 midday. Then we are in GMT right here, where I am from. This GMT plus 2. That means it's 2 o'clock. This was 9 o'clock in my time, my hometown time, my fucking country time. All right, let me see what's up. I think let me terminate this. Just stop recording for y'all, man. It's gonna get cool because it's gonna get awesome, man. Cause we're gonna do a lot of this. Let's stop sharing. Stop sharing. Recording. Pause. Stop recording. And then, where's my recording now?